here. It's Monday again. Mike and I are down here at the shed. I was a little late, so Mike got started. Since we got the lights working last week, Mike is hot to trot to get the back glass wired up. So while he is over here adding the connectors, move your hand for a second, Mike, so you can see them. So he's putting in a little black through the wall light bulb adapters and putting an LED in each one of those. And while he is doing that, I'm going to be building the little extension cable that takes it from where it ended up on where the LEDs, which come around here and end right under here, so it needs an extension cord to bring it back up to here, just like the original one that required it to take it down. So I'm going to be building that. While he's building this, I'll probably put you up on the stand and do a slow motion film so you can watch that. Okay, probably enough of that. You guys have seen us putting in LEDs so many times already that I don't think I'm going to waste your guys' time filming any more of that. I did get the little extension cable built, so I'm going to help Mike put these lights in. We've got about 30 more or so to do, I think you said, right?
We have 40, we probably got 25.
25 left to do, so we got about 25 to do here. And then we'll go ahead and connect them all up, and we'll get into the more interesting part of indexing them and programming them to be part of the game. So we'll bring you back when we've got this mounted back up. Okay, that took us about a half an hour from when I stopped talking to you last to get these all wired in. We had a few lights left over, and we also had a few that we had to burn along the way because we couldn't quite reach, so we used some of the old mounts to just hold those, and we're facing them face up in case we want to just put white lights on them or something to light up the back box or something. But anyway, we are ready to mount this thing back up just about. We need to move this power cable back down. We moved it out of our way, so as soon as we move that back down and bolt it down, we'll get this up and mounted to the back box, and then we will start our programming. Okay, we have plugged the back glass or the back box lights in, and they are running. We don't have the little light pipes that bring it out to the front, so they're really directional. So if I just move over a little bit, you can barely see it. Mike is getting the back glass over there, and we're going to stick that on there, and then we're going to step through the indexing program to see which LED is which. So like somewhere on there is probably 150. So let me type 150 in here and see if one LED comes on. So there is LED 150 right there. So anyway, I'll find out where the first LED is, and then we will take it from there and map each of these out. I don't think I'm going to film us doing that because it's just. Can you get in there? Okay, so we put the back glass back on, and again, the job for today is to index these things. But if you look up here at the high score, we're just getting that little bitty spot, and that's because the light isn't brought out to the front. When we bring the light out to the front, they will spread out and light up a lot more. Also, we have not provided power to the end of this string yet, so the lights are also probably a little dimmer than they ought to be, because they're probably not getting as much voltage as they need to actually light up full brightness. But that shouldn't stop us from doing our indexing job, so that's what we're here to do today. Okay, so we have mapped all these LEDs out, and now I need to update my software. You can kind of see we turned off the light so these would show up a little better. We actually couldn't even see the lights with the room lights on. So Mike is pulling out some of the plastics. We have a few. We certainly don't have enough to fill in all of these. But we're going to stick a few of the plastics there to see the bulb simulators, to see how it makes those look. So I'll bring you back when we get a few of those installed. Okay, Mike is sticking some of the plastics in right around where the 8-ball Deluxe signage is, and you can just see by when he sticks those in there how much brighter those get. So as soon as he uses up all the ones he has, we'll go ahead and put the glass back in, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, so we got some of those in there. These are still a little longer than they need to be, but you can see how much more light has been brought out to the outside. But there are still some point spots, little hot spots that we would like to see go away. So we'll be working on that in the future, but the next task for today is to take these numbers that we got and key them into our software so that this back box starts playing like it ought to, even if it's hard to see the lights. Okay, so we've loaded those index numbers into the code and brought it up, and it's really kind of hard to tell now. You can see it's blinking the Deluxe down here. The DELU are lit up so far, so we need to make a couple more Deluxes to get that to roll over, give us a couple of 3 free games. The GI bulbs are turned off in my code right now, so they are not showing up. But what is this saying right here?
Ball and play. Ball and play,
number 1. So yeah, they're so hard to read without the light pipes in there. But code-wise, it looks like it's all working perfectly fine. Okay.
3-ball, 4-ball, 5-ball, 6-ball, 7-ball.
Get the 8-ball.
8-ball. Nice shot. Shoot for Deluxe.
And the 8-ball came on. Come on, win us some games.
1-ball, 2-ball, 3-ball, 4-ball, 5-ball, 6-ball, 7-ball. Nice shot. Go for Deluxe.
And these things are going to do a little dance too.
I'm gonna bring the.
Rack 'em up.
Okay, so we're not.
Oh, we're not getting free game.
We're
We're
not
not
because we don't have.
we don't have the Switch set to give us free games. So since it's free play, giving us free games is awarding you nothing.
Now you still got the colors on this.
Yes, I haven't changed that. Okay, so I have some more code I want to load in here, so I'm going to load that in real quick. And what that code should do is if you drop the 1-ball or the 9-ball, it should change these lights to yellow, which of course you won't be able to tell because they've got a yellow lens on there. But if you drop the 2 or 10, it turns them blue for a little bit, and so on and so forth. This is the first run of this code. I do not expect it to work. I would be absolutely shocked if it even came close to working. But basically I want to see what it does so I got an idea of what kind of bugs I might have in my code. Remember guys, when I told you it probably wouldn't work very good? Well, I'm not sure what's going on, but it didn't light any lights at all. So I'm going back to the old code, and I'll take a look at that when I get home tonight and see if I can figure out what's happened. Okay, we are getting really close to the end of the day. I put my old code back in so the lights work, and I'll see if I can figure out what's causing the lights not to work here. But anyway, I did go through the code and turn the back box lights on, so they're working. Obviously, we still have our adjustments to do.
These targets are low.
What happened? Ball get stuck?
Well, the ball is.
3 ball.
Yeah, it's hard to. And does have it.
8 ball.
That C's not.
Go for
Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. We might stick around and play around a little bit more here, but this is going to end the filming for today, so I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so we're still here. We decided to go ahead and try and fix the kicker here, and we actually accomplished that. Just had to drill a couple of holes. Kicks the ball right out perfectly now. So we wanted to talk a little bit about what we need to do next week. So the star rollover is still missing, and we need to get the star rollover in there and get it adjusted so that it works smoothly. Several of the switches, like this switch right here, doesn't register all the time. Obviously we need to finish up the lights in the back box. Mike, what else do we need to do?
We just got a bunch of switch adjustments.
Switch adjustments and things like that. Yeah, we need to go through all of the switches and make sure they're all adjusted. We've actually not done that yet. We need to clean and wax the play field or polish the play field because we're starting to get a little bit of debris around here. We want to make sure it doesn't damage the clear coat on there, so we want to get that all cleaned up. Anything else?
Let's see one thing real quick.
Oh, we do need to lace down a lot of the cables. We have a lot of loose cables that are just kind of laying around. Are you just checking to see if the switch itself is working?
Yeah. It looks like it is. It's not advancing. That's another option
Oh, okay.
that we haven't set yet.
I'm sorry, guys. That's probably way too close for you. But Mike was just hand manipulating the rollover switch just to see if it worked correctly. So now we are done for the day. I'm probably late. My wife is cooking dinner at home and mad at me for not being there. So I better go ahead and pack up and get on out of here. But it's been fun. We actually made some more progress, and progress is always good.